All right. Thanks everyone for coming out today, for being present. This is another episode of Mr. Promo's Tips and Tricks. We design brands like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. All right. So, I want to introduce myself for those of you that are on the first video. My name is TC Bell. I am the Chief Educating Officer here at Evolution Digital Marketing and Promotions, where we build rockstar brands across the nation. We have an office in Raleigh and one in the Chicagoland area in the Midwest. So I just wanted to take a few minutes of everyone's time to give you some tips and tricks that will make your brand rock. So as you all know, we have a full course that is awesome, that's helping people build rockstar superhero brands across the country, called Making the Brand. Now we are giving you some of the tips and tricks that we teach in that course to our students and our brand stars across the world. So we thought we'd just extract some of the information, give it to you in hopes that you would dig a little bit deeper in the future and learn more about how we help our clients, and also to take these principles and institute them in your own business. Even if you don't work with us in the future, it will definitely make the world a better place by leaving crap brands behind. Okay, so we're going to go forward today and talk about how to design your brand. Why should you bother spending time on designing a clear brand? Why build a clear message? Well, to us, it's quite simple. Your brand is how people identify and remember you. Without it, you're really just another forgotten face in the crowd. No one's going to remember you. Okay, so when you design a killer rockstar superhero brand, you are going to change the way that people engage with your business. Instead of just seeing your business for what it is, they're going to see your business as an experience that they cannot live without. So in this video, we're going to discuss a few of the tips and tricks to consider when you design your brand identity. Okay, that your customers will remember, your customers will grow to love and really trust. Okay, and depend on. So it all starts with getting to know your customers inside and out. Okay, here at our agency, we actually build, funny caricatures of our target clients, because we want to really, wrap our arms around who we are trying to turn into the next perfect stranger for our business, our next, member or our next client. So start your design process for building your brand by researching and considering a few of the following things that I'm gonna read off real quick to you. So one of them is, what type of a person are they? Okay, what type of person are they? What do they like to do? Are they golf enthusiasts? Do they fish? Do they like to hunt? Okay, do they like rap music? Specifically, do they love Kanye? Do they like Young Jeezy? I mean, there's so many different things to consider when you think about targeting a person. You have to think about their demographic, but you also have to think about their psychodemographics. What are they into? Where do they shop? What's their hobbies like? Right? What type of books do they read? So what types of products do they prefer? Think about not just products in your market, but in other markets. Okay? What companies, aside from your own, do they currently buy from? Think about what's similar about those companies to your business, and also think about what's different. Think about the differentiator. Why would they come to you over the competitor? Are you buying, are you trying to target more than one type of customer at a time? Are you splitting your efforts? If you have a very broad audience, you'll really need to find a common thread, or at least something to consider doing separate. Maybe you target them with a totally, different message, or, because if they're a separate audience, a sub audience, if you will, then you can target them with a more niche method, niche message, right? So if you don't know the answer to these questions, don't worry. We're going to also, at the end of this, we're going to give you a action worksheet that will allow you to fill it out and help you walk you step by step through how to really truly build your brand. So if you don't know the answers, you have some work ahead of you, but we're here to help. We're going to give you a tool that we use with our clients, and we charge them for it, and we're literally giving you that for free. So use it with your brand. All we ask is just give us some feedback. If it helps you, great. Drop something in the thread of the video, or send us something to our Facebook wall, or email me. Just get a message back to us so we can keep creating killer content to turn your alter egos into superheroes, right? So you got some work cut out for you, but questions like these are kind of essential to all of your marketing for your business. I mean, your brand, your corporate identity, your brochure, your message, your press releases. I mean, this is really the core of it. How you speak. What does your brand say to people? So as well as your product and services, what you offer, your brand is really what you're giving them, the experience. No one goes to buy a hamburger. They really want to buy something to fill them up and give them nourishment. And so if your hamburger does not fill them up, give them nourishment, and it tastes like crap, trust me, it's not going to be a good experience. You're going to have a crap brand. All right. So your logo obviously is what people think about when they think about branding. Oh, I got to get a new logo. So your logo is definitely a huge component of it, because it's a visual representation of your brand. But your brand is so much more than just your logo. Okay. It's every component and how people relate to it. So when you get to the point of designing your logo, this is paramount. You'll have to make sure it's flexible. You got to make sure it's flexible. So ask yourself these questions before you build your logo. Can your logo be used in different formats? Can it be used in video? And can it also be used on Facebook? Can it be used as a favicon? Can it be used, in print very well? Does it translate on white backgrounds better than dark? Think about that when you design your logo. So, does it resonate with people? Do they know what they're looking at? Is it kind of hard to see from a far distance? Will it look good on a website as it does in the header of your document, or in the footer of your website as it does in the slide at the top? So, will it work in different colors? Does it look horrible in one color? Think about that when you design your logo. Will it clash with other colors that you're building, your brochure and everything? If you've got a red brochure and a blue and green and brown brochure and you're a landscaper, you really don't want a big, bright red logo. It's going to look funny. It doesn't match. It's just clashing. And it's a crap brand, right? So in order to really build superhero brands, you want to definitely make sure that when you build your logo, that you're keeping, begin with the end in mind. The really great brands tell a story that engages their customers. In fact, the way you tell your story can be an experience in all its own, with a range of different media and interaction. It's all about how you present yourself. Be creative. Be creative in telling your story. Make them experience your background so that way they know what to expect in the future. Your brand is much more than a logo and just some simple marketing materials, folks. It's something that must resonate with people, and I love this, invoke your emotion. As you design your brand identity, think about how it creates emotion. You need to help people connect with you and relate to your brand, and it's emotion that does all these things. So keep that in mind when you're designing your brand. And I'm not talking about logo, I'm talking about everything. Does your brochure have the right amount of people on it that look just like your target customer? When you go out in the public, are you dressed professionally for the job that you are hired to do? I have a client. He is a pit master, a barbecue pit master, and in our first ever photo shoot, he comes in with this nice button-up collared shirt, and I'm thinking, This is not your brand. This is not what people think when they think barbecue. They think apron, you know, so we actually, traded in that shirt, and we actually, his whole crew walks around in the mechanic shirts now, because their brand is more of a working brand. So what says working brand better than an old school mechanic shirt with the patch on it with the name in the red letters, right? So definitely make sure that your brand connects with the people that relate to your brand, okay? Getting to know your customers isn't just an upfront research exercise. You need to listen to your customers and be forever conscious of their needs, conscious of their desires. Make sure that you are there when they need you. Meaning that your brand, if you are a funeral home, make sure that your brand is there for your client when they need you. Meaning that you're not sounding like some cheesy salesperson, but instead you're offering the empathy and the necessary information to help your clients when they need you most. So that way, when they talk about your brand, they're expressing the experience that they had, because that's really what people remember. Emotion. Always look for ways to improve your brand and your business. In fact, the type of customer consciousness, that we want to build in the background of our brand is really the hallmark of the brand itself. We want to make sure that our customers, they are, that we're ever present to our customers, that our brand is the top of mind go-to solution for our problem, right? So my fifth actually and final tip here, okay? And this is one of my favorites. Keep an eye on the competition. This again, not just an upfront activity when designing your brand, but also is something that's more ongoing. Keep your eye on the competition. Know who's out there. What are you dealing with? What's in your market? Who's detracting from your business? So know what the competition, know where those detractors are going. Know the competition so that you can build your brand in a place where their brand is not. Grant Cardone said, I don't just want to compete, I want to dominate, right? So how do you dominate very quickly? Build a brand where no one else is. Consider these questions, all right? What are your competitors doing right now that's so damn good? Keep an eye on their marketing and their branding activities. If you have someone that has a brochure and you don't have a brochure, you probably have a problem. If they have videos out explaining how to do X, Y, and Z, tutorials, and you don't, you have a problem. How can you compete if you're not there? So keep an eye on them. And then find that small area where they aren't and build it, dominate it, 10x it, go far with it. Be remarkable. Where do they excel at? What are they doing good? What are your competitors doing well? And how does your brand compare to your competitors? Use them as a litmus test. Use them as a benchmark. How could they improve? And this is what I was talking about. Find that little area. If you say, man, they have a barbecue place across town, but they don't have a playground in the back for kids to come, for the family. Spend $1,000, couple grand, and put a playground back there. Be different. Where could your brand take advantage of your competitors' shortcomings? If you're always aware of what your competitors are doing, you'll have instant success, instant insight into how you can build your own brand into something unique, something that's memorable and remarkable. That's it, folks. I wanted to go ahead and give you a brief overview of some tips that you can immediately take and put to action. If you go to our website, www.imrpromo.com/action plan, you will receive a download PDF file that you can create that'll walk you through all the steps it takes to really build your brand up from A to Z. This is the same thing I do with my clients. The same exact form I send to my clients, I'm going to, give to you for free. Use it. Build your brand, be remarkable, strike emotion, be successful, 10x it, go far, do something different, shake it up, and make sure that they never, ever forget your name. And as always, you can always contact us and reach out if you need some help. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you my number. It is 773-566-6919. 773-566-6919.